Today, we're going to talk about teaching our cats to hunt and pounce so that we can fulfill their natural behaviors and make them happier and healthier in your home. Hi, I'm Georgia Duncan. Welcome to Kong Classroom. Hunting and pouncing is your cat's natural behavior to attack prey, just like they would do in the wild. And our cats are very, very closely related to their wild ancestors, the African wild cat. And they're catering their lifestyle to accommodate us. So it's important that we engage with them so that they can be more calm, more relaxed, and more confident in a home that's not necessarily tailored to who they are as a cat. We'll see cats, the classic walking along a shelf and then they decide, I'm gonna knock this off. And we think, why does a cat do that? It's because a cat is trying to fulfill that prey drive. They're trying to find prey anywhere they can in your house through a piece of trash that just skittered across the floor or your feet as you're walking across. Those are ways that your cat is going to try and play, and that we need to look at that and see that our cat is asking us, I need to fulfill my outlet right now. Cats play in a multitude of different ways. One is through engaging play with us, meaning we play the prey. So that would be through different wand toys or laser pointers or toys that we are moving. The biggest thing we can do for our cats is to never use our hands as a toy. It's very common for us to do that. It's fun, it's engaging, but your cat then associates your hands with a toy. So the best way to stop that from happening is to give yourself some distance between you and your cat. Then there's more solo play, and those are stationary toys like a mouse filled with catnip or a Kong kickaroo or a little ball that they can skitter across the floor. Those are toys that they would engage with on their own. And then in addition to that, we have the robotic toys as well. That takes away our need to be the movement, and instead that toy is going to be moving in erratic ways to entice your cat to chase and pounce after it. We want to be picking up our toys every day. If our cats are constantly seeing all toys spread out in front of them, much like a child who walks into their toy room and they say, I'm bored, there's nothing here I want to play with, but their room is filled with all these wonderful toys. It's very similar to our cats. They need to be excited by it. So what I like to have is a little toy box or a cupboard full of my cat toys. Maybe there's some catnip sprinkled in there. They're sort of seasoning the cat toys. And then we pull one out. And maybe it's a toy they've played with before, but it's new and exciting every time you bring it out. So we don't want to leave our toys scattered about because our cats will get used to them. And they'll think, well, that prey's been laying there for a week. That's no good. But as soon as it's new and it's exciting, that's going to make your cat engaged. It is possible to overstimulate your cat when you're playing with them. What can be seen as aggressive behaviors can sometimes happen when you're playing with your cat, and that's known as play aggression. So what that means is that you have ramped your cat up into such a primal state that they are now that literal tiger in your home and they want to pounce after whatever is moving. So that could be your hands and your feet. And so when we're reaching that overstimulated state, we want to make sure we provide an outlet for them. And that typically is through food. So we want to encourage them to hunt and chase after whatever the toy you're using and then catch that toy. They need to have that release of catching the toy. And then we need to reward them through food because we're completing that full cycle of the cat, the hunt, catch, kill, and eat. We need to do that for them so that they can have that full release. If we're never allowing them to have that release, they're going to always have that pent-up state of mind that can lead to stress and anxiety and sometimes even aggression. Cats don't actually have vocalizations between cat and cat interactions. They do it purely for us because that's our primary mode of communication. And so your cat will develop a specific language just with you, and throughout time, you'll understand those different pitches and what your cat is trying to say. In general, we say a good session is between 10 and 30 minutes long. So try 3 stints of 10-minute sessions throughout the day and see if certain times of day your cat is much more likely to be engaged, or maybe you've already read your cat and you understand that at night they get those zoomies and they're running around and they're clearly ready to play. Maybe that's when you do a really good long play session with them and burn out all that cat energy. I'm Georgia Duncan. Thanks for joining us in Kong Classroom.